Friends, today I am going to tell you about the characteristics of federal form of government. There are some characteristics. Number one is dual governments. हमारे देश में दोहरी शासन पद्धति है. In the Indian Union, there are both the governments with union government and the state government. There is an executive in the union where there is a council of ministers and there are president. The prime minister and there is a legislature, parliament of people's representatives. Similarly, in the states also there is executive and legislature wherein there are governor and a council of ministers under the chief minister and a legislative assembly of people representatives. This arrangement is known as dual form of गवर्नमेंट. ये जो केंद्र में एक सरकार होती है जिसको केंद्र सरकार कहा जाता है और एक स्टेट में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट होती है. इन दोनों व्यवस्था को फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट कहा जाता है, यानी दोहरी शासन प्रणाली. सेकंड वन, डिवीजन ऑफ पावर. There is a division of power between the union and the states under the constitution. Accordingly, the center and the states make law and run the administration as per the subjects under their jurisdiction. The powers have been allocated in the constitution in the following manner. The union list. 97 subjects of national importance are contained in the union list, in which subjects like defense, foreign affairs, defense forces, finance, communication, railways and prominent. The state 62 subjects of regional importance like justice, police, education, agriculture, social welfare, etc. are in the state list. The concurrent list. Originally there are 47 subjects in this list, but after the 42nd amendment, 4 subjects and 1 more subject were added. Thus, presently there are of births, social security and social insurance, labor welfare are some important subjects. Both the central and state governments can frame laws on subjects contained in the concurrent list, but if a law has been enacted by the central government, that shall be in force. Residual powers. If certain subjects remain over and above the 3 lists, such subjects shall be with union government. Supremacy and written form of constitution. Under the federal form of government, written constitution is a necessity. Constitution is supreme and basic law of the country. The union and state government follow the constitution under this system of governments. To ensure supremacy of the constitution, the procedure of its amendment has been made difficult. हमारा जो संविधान है वह लिखित संविधान है और इस फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट में लिखित संविधान होना आवश्यक भी है. supremacy of judiciary. Under the federal form of government, supremacy of judiciary is important. The Supreme Court is the protector of the Constitution. हमारे संविधान का संरक्षक सुप्रीम कोर्ट है. Laws framed and decisions taken contrary to the Constitution can be declared null and void by the Supreme Court. Necessary provisions have been made in the Constitution to ensure independence of the judiciary. Two houses of the legislature. As per federal form of government, Indian legislature has two houses. First house is called the Parliament and the second one is called the Council of State. The Council of States, Rajya Sabha, represents the states in the Council of States. Representatives from states are indirectly elected. Members of Parliament are elected directly by the people. Division of administrative powers. Out of many characteristics features of the federal form of government in India, some features make the federation strong. It is clear from the division of power that the Union has been given exclusive powers on important subjects. It has also been given importance in respect of laws to be framed under the concurrent list. Besides such subjects which do not find place in any of these lists, they are also with the jurisdiction of Union government. These powers of the Union are known as residual power. In spite of clear division of powers between the Union and the states, it is necessary that there should be proper cooperation between the Union and the states for successful administration. There are certain provisions in the Constitution through which the Union exercises effective control over the states. Directions to the states' governments. The central government gives directions to the state government on subject of national importance and the states follow these directions. Subjects like national defense, political relation with foreign countries come under this category. Entrust some works of Union subjects to the states. The Union executive can entrust some works to state governments. The Union can give directives to the states to follow any international treaty or agreement. Such instructions can also be given in respect of subjects like security of railway tracks, etc. All India services. In India, certain services are all India service like the Indian Administrative Service, IAS, the Indian Police Service, IPS, etc. Selection to these services is made by the Union Public Service Commission. The service conditions of these services are decided by the central government. Besides serving in their respective states, these officers serve in the center from time to time. Thus, the central government exercises control over the states. Financial assistance. The money which state governments receive from taxes in insufficient important sources of income are with the central government. The center gives grants to states government from time to time. Through such grant, the center exercises control over the states. Power of Parliament. The Parliament has power to divide a state of form one state by integrating two states or some parts of these states and form a new state.